Okay, hello YouTube. I got another response to my last video regarding Megan Kelly and John Stossell's mini debate about the civil rights movement. So there was a gentleman who decided I guess he wanted to give his opinion, so and respond to me, and that's great. In his opinion, I'm an idiot. That's the term he used. So, it just cracks me up. People are outraged or they get mad about, my opinion regarding the Civil Rights Act. But, and saying you shouldn't discriminate based on race. But then they get on and they discriminate based on my opinion, and they call me, names, and they insult me. So it's like they're not following through with their own belief system. So it's kind of strange, And this man, he commented on his own video. I responded and commented and just told him that his reasoning was illogical. It didn't make any sense. But he responds and he's talking about how, he just love, we're supposed to love one another, like God tells us to love our neighbors as ourselves. But yet, he makes a video calling me an idiot because he, doesn't agree. So I don't know if that's love or not. So it just cracks me up, So nigger, Uncle Tom, and now idiot. So you guys are really not displaying yourselves as people who can put up an intelligent argument. So, if you can just come at me, or just come at this issue with some sound reasoning and some evidence or scenarios, that's great. But, when you come on, you just call names. It's kind of like, I'm not going to take you seriously. So, and I doubt if anyone else really would, in the real world. So, but getting back to what he said, one point he brought up regarding the Civil Rights Act, and it's interesting. His thinking is that if you have a business and you rely on public utilities and public provision or state provided provisions such as, and actually not really state provided, city provided, but I understand the gist of his point in that if you rely on the public access, such as a sidewalk or a road, a freeway even, that means that you're beholden to the state law, which says that you cannot discriminate based on race. And the problem with his logic is that it doesn't take into account the idea of private property, which is supposed to be protected under the Constitution, and as well as the freedom of association. So with his same logic, and another commenter made this great point, he or she said that by his logic, if you own a home and there happens to be a road outside of your home, and that's most homes in in this country, or a sidewalk, that means that you're required to you can't discriminate in your own home. So that means if I'm a white man and a black man knocks on my door and says, I want to come in your house and watch TV, I have to let them in, or or any other scenario. If I have a black neighbor across the street or a white neighbor, I have to invite them over to my house to watch the Super Bowl. I can't invite just the white neighbors. I have to invite the black neighbors. And if I don't invite the black neighbors or the white neighbors, whatever the case may be, then that particular neighbor can file a complaint or something and force me to invite them. And, obviously, common sense says that's absurd, And it's the same thing with a private business. It would be absurd to force, a business that wants to cater to a particular demographic to service the opposite demographic, or whatever, however you want to put it. So, if I have a soul food restaurant and I just want to serve black folks, I should be able to just serve black folks. you know, I mean, and I'll suffer the consequences if that happens and I lose business because maybe there'll be. I would hope there